She told me all her stories. That was my favorite thing, is that I get to sit with her. Yeah, it was the later years, but she would tell these crazy stories. I can remember sitting on her bedroom floor going through tapes.
You would go back to her house?
Oh, yeah, I was her assistant for a long time.
Wow.
I went to the Dominican Republic with her. We've been through some shit. So we were sitting on her floor in her bedroom, and we were going through these tapes. She wanted me to organize them. They were all audio tapes from Vegas. She had every one audio taped. I was like,
where's all that stuff now?
Right?
Where
I
is
don't
it?
know.
Where the pictures are over here.
Yeah, we would. She wanted me to put a picture book together. She wanted me to write a book. I'm like, Mitz, I could barely read. But
It's funny, you know how it's interesting how you have such a special bond with her. You said you went to the improv party that he was
I
at
was
the
so
other night.
nervous there.
She said she walked in and she walked out.
No, I didn't. I walked in and I was like, am I okay to be here? Like, am I a dick for being here?
But you do spots there, don't you?
I do. I love the improv. It's
great, yeah.
It's just like she's in my head.
It's not like it was.
And it's not. It's so many years later, but I still, when I went through, I thought, I'm happy. The 6 years, that's great, and I love everybody that works there. But when I walked in, I was like, maybe I shouldn't be here. And then I saw like fucking
Peter.
Scotty Shore, and I was like, oh shit, okay. And Paulie was there, so I was like, okay, it's fine.
So you never thought you would see the day?
No, never. Especially the Shores hanging out there, right?
Yeah.
So it was Scotty, Paulie, and I love everybody in the like Rita's one of my favorite people on the planet, let alone just in comedy,
Rita's nice.
And Aaron, everybody so cool there. I love Bud's daughter. I've gotten
Dom,
friendly
what side
with.
were you on? Improv or story?
He was both, because he started at the Improv in New York.
Wow.
So and then he came to the store.
Was that
so
normal?
No, but Mitzi allowed it because he started in New York. And she loved him so much, she didn't care.
So you would do the improv and the store in the same night?
And the factory.
No, not yet.
Oh, not at that point. He didn't open yet. What year did he open, Jamie?
I wasn't here. I don't know.
Says
79.
That's interesting. Yeah, because she bought the main room in 78.
So, Dom, you weren't working the road. You were doing 3 spots around
and
town
he was working
a
for
night,
her.
like during the week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, he's a spot whore.
Crazy
He
work
was
ethic.
he was always doing it. Yeah. He was always out. You can always count on Dominic Irrera to show up. And then when I would wait tables and at the store and he'd be on, he'd go. One time I was in a car accident. I had a Thomas collar on. Remember?
Vaguely.
I'm sure that went well with the waitress outfit.
And I'm like this, and I'm putting drinks, and he goes, "You could take the night off." And I'm like, I can't.
I need the money.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. They made me wear that stupid Thomas collar. Or he would tell them, like, if I had my hair up in a bun, she was a ballerina, but she mostly did it on her hands, and she had this fungus on her hands. So enjoy your drinks, And as I'm like handing a drink, they're like, she has this disease, this flesh-eating skin disease, or something awful like that, and people will be like.
I've toned it down since.
Yes, but I would get extra tips because people knew he was just fucking with me. So it kind of helped a lot. But I did, back to the Dice opening, when he took me on the road after seeing me in the belly room.
You weren't passed yet?
No, I was 3 months into comedy. And he's like, you're like a seasoned comic. But I'm like, I'm not. He's like, but you went, like Mitzi used to say, you went to the best college, okay?
Oh, yeah.
12
You
years.
watched.
Yeah. So that's what Andrew was, he's like, you know what you're doing. So we did some shows in Northern California. They went great. Then we went to New York. Our show got canceled, the TV show. And I come out, Andrew was like, you should wear like short shorts and like high boots, you could look, show them your tough attitude. I'm like, with short shorts? You want me to put my camel toe out? Like, I don't understand. But, I figured he knows something about costuming.
Yeah, right.
So I listened and I put these high boots on and these short shorts. This was in New York. This was at Westbury Music Fair.
Oh.
And I've yet to go back there, but it is my goal to get back there and do well.
It's outside, isn't it?
It's in the round.
Oh.
It's inside, but it's in the round. The
hate the
stage
fucking
actually
round.
moves. So I was already a wreck. 2 people went out first. And fights broke out in the audience. It was wild. It was a wild New York. It's my first time performing in New York. And so my sister drove 2 hours to see me from Philly. And they took an intermission. Then I go out. And I'm out with the high boots and I had the cute little top on with a half bra. Like, look at all this. Look how tough I am. What? And so I'm on the stage. I do a couple jokes and I said I'm from Philly. Immediately when I said I'm from Philly, they start booing. Boo, fuck the Phillies, fuck the Eagles. And I'm like, fuck you. Like my brain shifted the wrong way. And then I'm trying to do the 7 minutes that I have to do. Only 7 minutes. And I'm trying to get through it, but they're booing in the front, on the sides, and in the back. Like, I'm panicked and I'm sweating. And one guy goes, "Where's Dice?" And I'm like, "He's up my ass. You want to tickle his feet?"
That's
like,
right, yeah.
That's the only line I got out. And then, and that got slight laugh. But as I'm getting booed on, I'm feeling like I'm drowning. I noticed my sister in the audience, and she literally put her hands up and she went, "What do you want to do? Want to fight this whole fucking room?" Like, that's how she looked at me. Like, I'll start in this section.
What sister was this?
Karen. Crazy Karen. And so I was like, it made me laugh. And then I got off. But I was
Did
sweating.
you do your time? You
Almost. I think I was almost
Because
there.
I read in Sebastian's book, he got off early, opening for Dice on the road, and Dice hammered him. He said, "You always do your time." He put that in his book.
He might be right. I probably did the full 7 minutes because I was sweating so bad that my cute little half bra slid down and I had like tumors on my stomach. And I remember trying to hold it up, like, when your body gets like wet and so I'm like, oh my God, it's not. If it comes out the bottom, thank God the bottom had a little bit of elastic, so it was holding it. But I'm already titless and this thing's sliding down, and I'm like, oh my God. And I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal. Like, if not for seeing my sister, I probably would have taken my life. Like, it was that harsh. And then I got off and Andrew was like, "Fuck them. I'm not going out there. They don't deserve me. Come on, we're leaving." I'm like, "Are you crazy? They'll blow this place up." So he went out and just had probably one of the best sets I've ever seen him have because he was so mad. But then he was like, "Look, you got to find out if you really want to do this," because he was so hurt that they were that mean to me. So I didn't work with him for almost like a year and a half. And then he had me like showcase to do some Vegas shows, and I did. And he was like, "Okay, you do want to do this."